Alright guys, in this video I'm going to be going over the Week 8 NFL schedule, and I'm going to make my predictions for each game this week. New thing that I'm going to try and do each week. I think it'll be fun. Let's give it a go. Here's my predictions. Alright, game 1, Miami versus Cincinnati Bengals. I have Miami taking this game. I think they're the better overall team, and I also think that over that loss to Pittsburgh, they're going to be fired up, ready to go. I just don't think the Bengals are going to have it all together yet. I think their passing attack is too much of an attack. They're not running the football enough anymore, and against this Dolphins team, they're going to struggle. Jacksonville Jaguars against the Cowboys. This one was tough for me. I know the injury to Tony Romo is definitely going to hurt the Cowboys' momentum and everything like that, but I don't think Jacksonville has enough power to go in against the Cowboys and take them out at home. I think the Cowboys are going to take this one. Week 3, Game 3, Redskins versus the Lions. For this game, I'm going to actually have the Lions winning this one. I think with Matthew Stafford in there, I think the Lions will get it together, pull through, beat the Redskins at home. Next game, Bills versus the Chiefs. After that deflating loss for the Bills last week, it's too hard to even think about them winning. I'm going to have the Chiefs taking this one. Green Bay Packers versus the Jets. With how the Packers have been playing lately, and they're injury prone. They got Clay Matthews in there. He's a good pass rusher and everything. I think that the Packers are going to pull this one through and end up beating the Jets. I think they'll beat the Jets away. Aaron Rodgers has the best passing attack. I know they're down to Michael Finley and Ryan Grant, but I honestly think that Mark Sanchez is going to struggle against this Green Bay defense. Denver Broncos versus San Francisco 49ers. This is a tough game for me as well. Both teams not doing very well. I'm going to actually have the 49ers winning this one. I think that I actually feel that the 49ers are actually a playoff team. They're just not playing up to their potential. But I think after what what happened against the Raiders last week, I think anyone can actually beat them. Then you got Carolina Panthers versus St. Louis Rams. The Rams are going to take this one. Sam Bradford's leading that team very well, and Steven Jackson is just one of the best halfbacks in the league, and Panthers just do not have it together. Tennessee Titans versus San Diego Chargers. This one's kind of tough for me as well. I'm going to actually have the Titans winning this one. I think that Chris Johnson, Titans, they just have everything going for them right now, and I think the Chargers just falling into a rut. I don't even think they're going to be a playoff-bound team this year with all the injuries they have going on. Next up is Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Arizona Cardinals. Tampa takes this one, no doubt in my mind. Arizona's struggling. They can't find a quarterback to replace Kurt Warner. Max Hall's just not doing. Max Hall's not the proper guy to replace him. He might be the best quarterback on the team, but he's not the quarterback of the future. Minnesota Vikings versus Patriots. No doubt in my mind, Patriots take this one. I know it sounds a little crazy. Randy Moss and beating up the Patriots at home and everything. It sounds like a great story, but I think it's too hard for Minnesota to go in. Brett Favre's a little beat up. Adrian Peterson, if they ran the ball, might actually get something going, but I do think the Patriots, with the passing attack that they do have and their short route running receivers, I think they end up trumping over the Minnesota Vikings. Seattle Seahawks versus the Raiders. I have the Raiders winning this one. I think the Raiders showed they're a very offensive team. I think overall the Raiders have a great team. They just need to pull it all together. Maybe if Al Davis stays out of it long enough, the Raiders will actually get something going here. Very good team, good defensive line, good overall defense with Richard Seymour, Nnamdi Asomugha. And then on offense, you got Darren McFadden, and you have a lot of young players coming up. Raiders take that one. Pittsburgh Steelers, New Orleans Saints. Man, this is tough. I think that the Steelers are going to be riding a high going into New Orleans, and I think New Orleans is going to be fired up after a big home loss to the Browns. I don't think they lose two in a row at home. I think the Saints beat the Steelers. I think Drew Brees tears up the Steelers defense. The Steelers are great at stopping the run, but let's face it, the Saints really don't run the ball to begin with, and I think Drew Brees can step it up against Pittsburgh's defense he's not going to be facing. the same type of defense the Cleveland Browns ran with a 1-5-5. The 1-5-5 is very hard because you have 5 standing up linebackers and 1 defensive down lineman, so you can't tell who's blitzing. I don't think the Steelers don't run that. I think that's going to help the Saints in a way after coming against Browns. And if you watch the game, the reason the Browns put up 13 other points was actually because of the trick plays that they pulled off, and the other 14 points came on interception returns from Drew Brees. I don't think he makes those mistakes again. I think the Saints beat the Steelers. And the Monday night game, you got the Houston Texans versus Indianapolis Colts. I have the Texans win this one again. I think Adrian, pulling a blank right now, I think his name's Adrian Foster. Could be wrong though. I think he goes in, runs the ball right down the Colts' throats. There's no doubt. The Colts just do not have anything to stop the run. They've proven that. I think Peyton Manning is going to keep it a close game, but I think the Colts end up losing 2 to the Texans this season. I think the Texans end up beating the Colts at home. That is my risky weekly predictions. If you guys want to give me any of your insight and tell me what you guys want, if you want me to do like point totals for next week, tell me what you guys want me to do. Let me know. See what I can do for next week. All right, later.